Yo, what is up, YouTube? Kind of want to do something a little different today. Not really. Just kind of talk about a movie that I thoroughly enjoyed, and just kind of the simplicity of like the narrative of this movie. And it's an old movie. I think it's from like 2002, and I watched it growing up as a kid. Huge fan of it. Just one of those movies that I just had a fun time. Watched it multiple times on the Sci-Fi Channel, if anyone remembers that back in the day. For me, it was like channel 58 or some shit. But yeah, we're gonna talk about Dog Soldiers. Just kind of the simplicity of its narrative, how it works really well, and I feel like a lot of movies kind of stray from that. I wanted to express and hopefully get people to watch said movie. This movie came out back in like 2002. It's basically just a bunch of British special forces guys. Starts out training and then just leads into this training mission, diving into basically survival. Stumble across ancient, I wouldn't say yeah, probably ancient. They don't really get into the depth of like how long they've been a thing or why they're about. But this movie, basically, it's a bunch of military guys, special forces. They go in for a training op, see how well the lead character does. I believe it's Sean Pertwee. He's in some other movies later on, but this movie does have Leon Cunningham, which is, Game of Thrones. Pretty big actor, I'd say now. And at the time, I think this is when Underworld was kind of coming out. It was roughly around the same time of like early 2000s, mid 2000s. Practical effects obviously were big thing for that, and besides now where everything's just like a CGI mess. In my opinion, I'm a huge fan of the practical effects. There's some other movies that I'm going to talk about in later videos, like The Void, which is like maybe like five years ago. Really thrives on the practicality of that movie, and I wish that more movies would follow suit of it. This movie is basically survival, and it's so simple, and it's such a good concept, and it doesn't go off the beaten path. There's nothing crazy. It's just stuck in a house trying to figure out a way to get the hell out of there, with smart werewolves attacking a squad of, I believe, 7 or 8 guys, with Leon Cunningham getting involved at some point. The way that this works is basically they meet up with a person who's been living there for quite a while and knows exactly what this is and knows who they are, what the werewolves are and whatnot, and basically take out like tourists or people hiking or camping. And it's the typical werewolf movie. Silver kills them, bullets have no effect on them. It's just a cool film. It's dark, gritty. It's got some graphic scenes, which there's one scene that I am going to mention that kind of screwed me up as a kid, made me always sick to my stomach because it involves the stomach where intestines come out. And I always thought that scene was brutal, and they really thrive on that at some point. If you do watch the movie, I don't want to spoil what happens with it, but it's pretty gross, especially for like 2002. I always thought it was such a good watch, especially like back in the day when you were a kid, waiting for Sci-Fi and you're clicking through the channels and you get to see which is premiering. And I'd always wait for Dog Soldiers to pop up, and I always thought it was cool. There's that. God, there's so many. I need to go through a list of Sci-Fi Channel like original movies that they had. This one I feel like hits like where it's got the horror elements, it's got the practical effects, it's got these actors that do become decent and bigger actors later on. Like there's one guy from, I believe it's Doomsday, which I'll do a video on probably after the next one, which has Darren Morfitt, I think, is the lead character in that movie as well. This movie's got a lot of starting up actors. Maybe they were prominent more at the time. It's just got a good cast. It works so well in what it is. And I always thought, damn, I wish more movies kind of kept following this. It's always for me the simple story, the simple setting, and they just work off of what they have. And that's what I really appreciate. Like, I'm going to put up pictures, obviously, of the werewolves, and God, it's crazy how well the practical effects were. Like, these guys are in giant suits, they're towering at maybe like 8 to 9 feet tall, and they really show them. It's not like they do the cutaway and they obviously use the lighting to make it look better, but I'm sure the effects look great with lighting. But they really do a good job of using the scene, making them look more sinister. It's just a good movie, and I just feel like people need to watch it. And if you haven't watched it, peep it. I'm sure it's free somewhere. Yeah, I just wanted to give a little thought on it. And for me, I hold this because I have a tier list of things, and I'll probably do that too at some point. Whatever. It's up there, I would say, in my like top 20 movies. It's just something I always go back and watch. I bought on Amazon like years ago. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about it, put it in the realm of somebody's watch list. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's quick, not a deep dive, not a review, but I don't know if I'm gonna be reviewing movies really like as much, but I just want to put movies out in the atmosphere for people to kind of peep if it hasn't been in your watch list. That's it. That's all I have to say. And hope you enjoyed, like, whatever, and do your thing, and have a great day.